There are nearly 13,000 kids in foster care in Texas, and right now there are not enough foster homes for all of them. Connor Board learned just how big this need is and what it's like to be a foster family.
And now you have 2 cards.
Yeah.
The game of Uno is all about luck.
Yay, so many green cards.
This is one of our favorite family games that we like to play.
When you draw a card, you never know what you're going to get.
It might be wild.
Okay, here.
It might be green.
Just like in life,
Yeah, so it's you again.
you don't always have a choice of the cards you are dealt
It is now.
Unless someone reverses it.
or the family you are born into.
They didn't ask to be in this situation. You know, and that's my biggest thing I always say. Like, these kids did not ask for this.
That's why right now this family of 5
That's what he did last time when I gave him peace of mind.
is actually a family of 6.
He's been saying like a little bit of words. Every morning I ask him, why are you so cute? But he just gives me a response.
We've had him for 5 months, and he might just be the happiest little baby I've ever met.
Dan and Alicia Feldman have been fostering children for the past 10 years. Right now they're fostering an 8-month-old baby boy who is now growing stronger after coming to them straight from the NICU.
Because he can't crawl hands and knees yet. He just kind of does a little army crawl. So it's really cute. He's almost like an inchworm.
And for their kids Joshua, Ariana, and Layla, fostering is a family affair.
That we get to help out with them, and then I get to play with them a lot.
And I love the freedom, and I just want to adopt all of them.
The Feldmans have fostered 7 different children with stays ranging from 2 weeks to 18 months. But they kept their first 2 fostered children just a little bit longer.
We did get to adopt our first 2 placements. Both of our daughters, they're sisters.
After I put them with us.
They choose to foster kids between the ages of 0 and 2 as they feel that is where they are best equipped.
I don't have a red.
Some of the kids they have cared for have experienced neglect. Others were impacted by drugs in the womb.
Some of our babies that have come to us specifically, they are still going through withdrawals. So it's a whole different ballgame. They're screaming, they're rigid, they're shaking.
This is just one example of why these babies need extra love and care, because even at that age, their minds are processing that trauma.
Every time you hold a baby, they're inside their little brain is like, yes, this is what this is what's supposed to be given to me. So we hold all the babies all the time.
Dan and Alicia say the goal is to keep the babies safe until they can hopefully reunite with their biological families.
You cannot put yourself in these bio parents' shoes. You don't know what they have been through. You don't know what kind of trauma they've experienced.
Showing care for both the kids and biological parents is an important part of the system.
Foster parents play a critical role in breaking the generational cycle. Just by being safe, stable, loving people, they role model to the children and the biological families what safe behaviors are, what healthy relationships are.
Amy Smith is with the Department of Family and Protective Services.
So the need is always there.
She says right now that need for more foster families is a big one. As of the end of March, there were nearly 13,000 kids in foster care in Texas, with more than 1,700 being from right here in Central Texas. Each night statewide, there are about 70 to 80 kids without a placement. DFPS says they work with partner organizations to find them places to stay. These numbers are actually an improvement from last summer when DFPS says they would have more than 400 kids without placements.
You know, all of these kids need placements, whether it's emergency foster homes, whether it's, longer term foster homes, whether it's an adopt-only home. People just need homes.
The Feldmans are one of the families who take in the emergency placements.
Usually within a couple of hours, we'll get a phone call, and then a few hours later, there's a kid showing up at the door.
They say having more foster families here in Central Texas is necessary so kids can stay closer to their biological parents and what they are familiar with.
Babies and younger ones were being separated as far as 2 and 3 hours from their biological, so there wasn't any way to do visits or anything like that because they don't have enough foster families in.
The Feldmans say with the right support, like from their agency, DePelchin Children's Center, you can do it.
We really work with you to figure out, what age of child you're going to be most most compatible with, what level of need you feel comfortable taking on.
Jesse Boer works for DePelchin. He says these kids, especially older ones, cannot heal until they find some sort of stability.
The behaviors that we see are manifestations of that trauma, and that's not a bad thing. We want to know what the trauma is. We want to know how it's manifesting so we can help heal it.
Being a part of that process as a foster parent is challenging, but far more than that, it is rewarding.
They're our child while they're here. If they're here for 2 weeks or if they're here for 18 months or forever, they're our family. They're part of our family.
In this game of life, they say don't hold back with the love you have.
Go all in. You're going to have your heart broken in order to love these kids, to help these kids. And so just be prepared to have the valleys with the mountains, with it's trials, but it's blessings at the same time.
Because even though the family you get is up to the luck of the draw,
No, it's not your you got 2 more people before it comes to you.
the family you end up with can help you overcome.
No child was ever asked to be born into any situation, like any trauma or anything like that. So if we can do our little part, then we're here to help.
Reporting in Hutto, I'm Connor Board.
Although Connor said the baby had the sweetest little face, we are not allowed to show it due to the baby being in the foster care system. And if you think you may be able to foster, we have some requirements listed on our website. And even if you can't foster right now, there's a big need for certified babysitters, respites, mentors, and donations. You can find links to learn more on our website, KVUE.com.